So case 3 is where the angle is actually equal to 90 degrees. And recall that cosine theta at 90 degrees is equal to 0. So we actually have the dot product is equal to the product of the magnitudes times 0, which equals 0, which of course then implies that the dot product will be 0 if and only if the angle between the vectors is 90 degrees. So of course we're looking for, something like this, where we know that the angle right here is a right angle. Okay, so turns out we only need to consider the fourth case where theta is between 90 and 180. I guess 180 inclusive. We could include 180 degrees in here. We don't look at anything beyond 180 degrees because if you think about it, if you have two vectors and now they are 180 degrees, so let's just say that they both emanate from that point. One points this way and the other points this way. If now this angle were to turn over here, now yeah, this angle would be bigger than 180, but one of the two angles is always going to be between 0 and 180. So we're always going to take the smaller of the angle. We're always going to basically take an angle to be between 0 and 180 degrees, regardless of whether that's a vector up here or that's a vector down here. So we're always measuring the smaller of the angles. All right, so given that we have that's our fourth case. So now if that is true in our cosine function, which is not appearing for some reason, the function cosine of theta so we know that this is where it hits pi halves, and now it's at pi right around here, and so we know that between here and here, this is going to be a negative number. Therefore, what can we conclude? Well, we can conclude that if you have a positive number, and a negative number, that we know that this product will equal a negative quantity. And so as a result, if our dot product is ever less than 0, then we can conclude with certainty that the angle between them is somewhere between 90 and 180 degrees. So that's about it. That's all we can derive a lot of information from just looking at a dot product between two vectors. That's the point. You compute this, you either get 0, you get a positive number, or you get a negative number, and depending on what you get exactly, you can figure out right away basically what the relative size of the angle is.